King Harris was born to wealth, privilege, and all the opportunities that money could buy. However, despite being the son of the multi-millionaire couple of Atlanta legend T.I. and R&B icon Tiny, he never took anything seriously, as rather than make his family proud, King Harris has consistently embarrassed himself and his family.
You're embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself.
So what exactly has he done? Why does he act this way? And where is he now? I'm Rashad Bashir, and this is King Harris, hip-hop's most embarrassing Nepo baby. Now let's kick it off with the most notorious Nepo baby in hip-hop, King Harris, aka T.I.'s son. Born to wealth and privilege, King Harris was T.I. and Tiny's first child together, and right from the start, it was almost as if he had already won at life. With a 3-time Grammy-winning rapper as a father and an R&B icon as a mother, he was financially secure right from the jump. Not only that, but he was also no stranger to life under the spotlight. From a young age, he was already immersed in the world of celebrities, starring in the hit reality TV show T.I. and Tiny, The Family Hustle for 6 seasons meant that everyone got to see firsthand how his upbringing was. I mean, fans literally watched him grow up right in front of the cameras. So with a family as wealthy as his, it's no surprise the king was brought up with a silver spoon. There was even a scene in the show where he requested to be homeschooled so he could focus on his quote-unquote rap career. If that's not privilege, then I don't know what is. And he could have continued putting in the work while using all the resources available to him to make it big as a rapper. However, things didn't go exactly as planned. See, along the way, King Harris went from being an aspiring artist to role-playing as a gangster, pretending like he grew up in the trenches and not a mansion. Of course, as someone who actually had to go through all those issues growing up in the hood, his son's fake persona didn't sit right with T.I., which caused a strain in the relationship as the two always butted heads. Because whenever King Harris tried to pretend that he was from the hood, T.I. was always there to put him in check. Just like that one time when King hopped on Instagram Live and was immediately embarrassed by his father, who asked him if his son ever woke up with a roach in his face, making an example that his son never struggled while growing up.
You ever woke up with a roach on your face?
Here, no, that's not the goal.
All right, then. There it goes.
In response, he used his friend's environment as an example for some reason.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I got in the neighborhood with me that broke up with roach in your ear. Y'all wanna go to the bando and man my neighborhood?
Later in that same broadcast, he tried to refute what T.I. said.
Look better. He know not true. Silver spoon. I ain't never ate with that day a day in my life.
However, both T.I. and his wife saw the video and immediately clapped back at their son, exposing him for lying about living a life that he never had in the first place.
Cause he can suck and pacify over there. He was 12 years old. He was sucking pacify. He was 12 years old. He didn't do that in the house. You know what I'm saying?
King immediately took the phone off his mom's hand and awkwardly refuted the claims, saying,
Trying to say I was over there trying to suck a passy, but they ain't gonna tell you everything like that. They're trying to hide it.
Ain't nobody hiding
Sugarcoat it. He capping. He capping.
Hey,
He know I stand on business. He know that.
sir.
Can't no nigga ever pull my car ever in life.
But the situation got even worse from here. As tensions started to ramp up between King Harris and T.I., the situation got real physical.
I know you know. I know you know. I know you. What's wrong with y'all? Why y'all doing that to me? Y'all know me. You know I stand on business. You know I stand on business. Why you even letting somebody play with me like that? Why you letting somebody play with me like that? Why you letting him play with me like that?
King got up in his dad's face and tried to act tough, asking him why he was lying about his upbringing, and he kept taunting T.I. until the latter finally had enough and checked him.
Why you letting him play with me like that? No, ain't no joking. Ain't no joking. What do you mean?
You are embarrassing yourself. You're embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself. Hey, what is she talking about?
Get off me, nigga. Get off me, nigga.
Well, you can't do nothing with me.
Shortly after the altercation, he took to Instagram and uploaded a story stating that he didn't want to talk about it if he's not getting paid $10,000 or more. 10K an interview or I don't want to talk. However, it gets way worse, because getting into a physical squabble with his father live on camera wasn't the end of his antics. You see, he was also arrested back in 2022, which led to images of his mugshot being spread all around the internet. After he got out of prison, he hopped on Instagram and uploaded a selfie with the caption, "I'm back, F12, wild beast." He also wrote another Instagram story saying, "Man, a little minor setback for a major comeback. Screw him." From the sound of it, it seemed like he was purposely trying to land himself in prison to boost his street cred. But what exactly did he do to get arrested? Well, fans discovered that he was reportedly taken into custody for the minor traffic violation of not wearing a seatbelt. Flexing a criminal record for a minor traffic violation is crazy. Still, he wore it like a badge of honor, saying,
Then how y'all think a motherfucker think it's gangster to get caught? Like driving or whatever. Y'all get the f off my I that's saying trying to be gangster. Nigga, I ain't asked for the police to pull me over, y'all.
And after quite some time, he realized that he'd only be clowned if he kept it up. So he denied that he wanted to get arrested on purpose, writing, "Y'all right, we too rich for this sh-." I agree. He also added, I'm sorry that guy caught me while I was on my way to vacation. I'm sorry I thought I was doing what a young guy was supposed to do. I want to be in there. However, after he realized that fans made fun of him even more, he explicitly said, everybody that's saying I'm trying to be gangster, I ain't asked the police to pull me over, y'all bleep. But his antics somehow go even lower, even for his standards. One time, he also beefed with a Waffle House employee. No, I'm not making this up. King Harris recorded himself arguing with a fast food worker for some reason.
Thing you make, I can pull out my pocket right now. I ain't tripping on you. I ain't tripping. Get the hell out of my face. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. Who the hell is he? What's your name?
He also pretended like he was a big household name that everyone could recognize, saying,
What's your name?
My name King. You know it and your mama know it. Tell your mama Happy Mother's Day. Tell your mama Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day.
By that point, his father was starting to get really sick of his antics. You see, because of his son's desire to be seen as a real street dude, T.I. warned him that this wasn't going to end well. He also added that there could only be one place for King Harris if he kept this up.
His ass going to prison. If he goddamn keep this up, his ass going to prison. Ain't no way around it. Ain't nothing I'm gonna be able to do about it. Can't nobody stop it but him.
The rap legend also stated that he saw himself in his son and his actions.
You know what I mean? I've already had that conversation. I've already made my peace with it. Because I know that energy. I was that energy. I know exactly how it's gonna turn out.
Still, his words fell on deaf ears, because the next thing that King did was much more despicable. You see, during that time, the one chip challenge was viral on social media. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's basically offering someone to eat the world's spiciest chip, called a Pocky, without drinking water. And if the person successfully does so, they get monetary compensation, aka they get paid. Not so bad, right? However, King Harris chose to do the challenge with a homeless man, offering him to eat the chip for $50. Considering how much the man really needed the money, felt like King Harris was using him for his own enjoyment. If that's not messed up, I don't know what is. Here's the infamous clip.
There's a different flavor, but it's still hot. So look, there you go, $50, 5 minutes.
The worst part about it is that the man failed the challenge and didn't receive the $50. Although King made fun of him for his failure, he did give him $20 as a consolation prize. And after he uploaded it, fans began to call him out for his malicious behavior, and you can't really blame them for that. After all, he took advantage of a homeless man's need for money to make him eat the spiciest chip in the world. Fans wrote, he's outside with his daddy's security and his daddy's money acting like a clown. That boy wanna act like he from the streets so bad, SMH. Others pointed out the truth. The King's only relying on his father's money and protection. Lose daddy's security guards and let's see what your hustle looks like. So even though this prank may seem harmless at first, there were actually reports that said lots of kids had to be taken to the hospital after eating the chip. After all, it was made with seasoning from both the Carolina Reaper and Naga Viper peppers, which are widely regarded as the two hottest peppers in the world. So not only did he make the man suffer for his own enjoyment, there was also a risk that things might have gone horribly bad for him. Anyway, after the whole one chip challenge fiasco, he hopped on an interview where he addressed the pressure that he's facing for being T.I.'s son.
King, let me ask you a question, man. Do you feel any type of pressure?
He responded by saying,
You know, they say pressure make diamond. So
Okay.
it's like a walking diamond. You know what I'm saying? I don't fold under pressure.
it's important to remember that T.I. has repeatedly said he doesn't expect anything from his son. He just wanted him to stop the antics he's been pulling. So it's kind of ironic to hear him talk about the pressure when all he really needs to do is stay out of trouble. But wait, because there's a lot more controversies that he's involved in. Anyways, speaking of interviews, when social media comedian Drewski sat down with the Breakfast Club for an interview last year, the host, Charlamagne the God, asked him an interesting question.
Who you more scared of?
You said, who am I more scared of?
Birdman or King?
It's understandable bringing up Birdman, but the reason they brought up King Harris was because the two have had spats on social media.
Who?
King, T.I.'s son.
Oh, come on, man. That nigga pussy. King Harris.
Ooh, you standing on business.
What we talking about, man? Come on, man.
Don't play with people, kids. Now,
He
don't
talking
play
about,
with
hey,
King.
come on, man. What? Come on, bro.
King said
You talking about King
the term standing on
T.I.P.
business.
son?
Yes, King.
They also brought up the fact that King allegedly pulled up on Drewski during a video shoot.
He said he pulling up on you.
Nah, he did pull up on me at the video shoot. He had too much security out there, though. He did.
so?
Nah, he did pull up on me. Yeah, he did.
To
He
the
did.
standing on business.
Yeah.
Drewski added that he did nothing but stare at him.
Yeah, he tried to do like a
Oh my God.
tried to do a stare off. He got out his car and just stood on kind of like the top of the car like that. And
After he saw Drewski expose him on the show, King Harris took to Instagram and clapped back at the comedian, saying,
Drewski, you gonna get on there and lie? Damn, man. Well, here we go. Hey, Drewski, you and your cholesterols need to calm the down, nigga. You and them wide body Hellcat hips need to calm the down.
he also claimed that Drewski ran away from Birdman.
I can't believe this just tried to call me in the interview. And I just seen him a couple weeks ago. We seen you run from it. We seen you run from Birdman. We ain't seen me. I ain't never ran from nobody. It look like you got a and you walk with a strap. It look like before you go to sleep at night, you take your off and put it in the drawer.
After that, King Harris hurled insults at him, making fun of his weight.
You got your dad legs and your mama body. You hear me? You built like a punch buggy.
Apparently, the two were supposedly cool according to King, as he also said that Drewski called him the king of standing on business at one point, and that's why he felt betrayed by what he said in the interview.
You tried to, nigga, I just seen you. You just called me the king of standing on business. You was just riding, called me the new king standing on business. Then you gonna go to these people's platform and tell them a whole bunch of lies.
Once he was done calling Drewski a liar, he continued to make fun of him.
Oh my God. It look like you sit down when you... Believe it or not, you can act like a woman more than you can a man. I done seen this shit with my own eyes.
Furthermore, King claimed that he was the one responsible for popularizing the phrase, standing on business, even though it was actually Drewski and Drake who did so. Anyway, King Harris was widely regarded as a low-hanging fruit to make fun of online. Fans made fun of him for every single thing he did, for good reason. Just like that one time when he flexed his brand new teeth online.
I had to come out here and get right, man. You know, shout out to my Uncle Thug, diamonds in the teeth. I had to come to somebody that could execute it, man. Mario, man, he did his thing, man. If y'all need y'all smile right, come here, man, cause I look good, you hear me?
Funny enough, T.I. was the first one to make fun of him. In another interview with Diamond Cuts, the interviewer brought up a viral clip of King flexing his teeth and asked T.I. to address it.
Tip, can we talk about your son? Went viral the other day with his teeth.
At first, T.I. defended his son's decision to get his teeth done.
Hey, look, man, the man said he wanted his teeth done, and he put his paper up, man, stacked his money, man, and he went and got his teeth done.
He had a lot of good things to say about King's hustle as well.
So I respect and admire and celebrate the actual process he went through to get them done. And so when I seen him, I was congratulatory. I was like, yeah, man, hell yeah, man. They
seen him,
but when comedian K-Dub addressed his teeth, it all went downhill from there as they began to make fun of him.
I said he had teeth like Garfield.
Hey, look, so I say, man, they white, man, they nice, because the dentist did do a good job. And you know, I'm giving them props. And his mama walk in, and the first thing she say, why the hell is they so damn big?
If you're in King's shoes, hearing your father make fun of you in an interview has to be at least a little bit demoralizing, if not a lot. However, from T.I.'s perspective, he constantly had to deal with his son's many antics. But the worst of it all was when someone claimed that King Harris had gotten someone pregnant and was now preparing to be a father.
Yeah, I got 2 granddaughters. I got a grandson on the way.
Wow.
King's about to have a son.
King's about to have a son. Congrats.
Yeah.
T.I. then joked that he was going to raise the kid to become worse than King Harris to torture him in return as payback.
And I told him I'm going to make this the greatest gangster of all times. I will raise this child to torture you the way that you tortured me. I promise you there will be an indictment in this young one.
It wasn't exactly a well-kept secret, especially because King's baby mama made it known that she was pregnant with his child. Afterwards, fans started to make fun of her, while others claimed that she was only doing it for the money. One fan wrote, "She acting like she's pregnant by T.I. or something." But all the negativity didn't bother them, as a couple of months later, King proudly announced his son's birth in an Instagram post, writing, November 5th, 9:09 a.m. Welcome King Jr. Time to take over. Well, it's not so bad, right? King Harris and his girlfriend seemed genuinely excited about becoming parents and raising a child together. What could possibly go wrong? Well, for starters, rumors began circulating that the child might not even be King's in the first place. That's right, others accused Nana of not being 100% sure that it was King Harris's child, and tried to expose her online by saying,
come to find out, she didn't know who her baby daddy was, I guess, and it is not King. They did a DNA test, and the DNA test came back that that's not his child.
As a result, T.I. and his wife allegedly pushed their son to get a paternity test as soon as possible. But King thought it was a waste of time, saying that the kid looked like him and it was obviously his. And as I'm recording this video, there's still no confirmation whether or not the child is indeed his.